Today, we're going to talk about can do.
We all have a satisfaction associated with doing something that somebody finds useful.
So, what the heck am I saying when I say can do? You know, one of the things that I've noticed over the years about getting motivated, creating energy, and doing the things that I want to do is how I frame my day. So it's early in the morning here, and if I get up or start a project, but let's say start the day. If I get up and start the day thinking about all the stuff that's not done, I can't do, or I won't get to, it creates a feeling of negativity, a feeling of despair in me. I get sad and it's like, oh, and I'm frustrated before I get started, right? And so if I start that way, it tends to color the whole day. I tend to focus on opportunities missed. I tend to think about things that didn't turn out like I wanted. And I tend to focus on the can't, didn't, won't, the sort of negative things. And I don't, and I miss a lot of opportunities. And I notice that compared to days when I focus on something else, what I can do. So the day may be the same, and I may be not in a position of power to adjust something that I want or to make a certain thing happen. I may not be able to. But if I focus on that, I lose momentum and I don't do anything. Instead, if I ask myself the question, what can I do about a given situation? It may be as simple as, what can I do that's really effective today, given all the goals that I have? Or it can be a particular thing. So during my tenure as an electricity market designer and in the province of Alberta and in California and different places, there was a lot of money at stake. A lot of people angry, a lot of people making money, a lot of unhappy consumers, and just all kinds of havoc, right? And so I was always in a situation of thinking about opposition. How many people were against this? How many situations or what had happened in the market to demonstrate something wrong? And, it was about, something not working like it should. When I changed my focus to what can I get done today? What can I actually make happen right now that is positive, that's in the direction of the goal that I have? Things changed, because then I was always more empowered and more creative. So I was able to think of things that I could do that also mattered when I chose not to focus on the can't, the things that were busted or difficult or beyond the scope, even if they were hot topics. So sometimes that's difficult. Let me show you what I mean. So let's say you're focused on changing something about your business. Maybe you're not making the money you want, or you've just lost a big client, or something is like really not working like you want. One choice, and I've made this choice, is to sit and fret. What's wrong? In other words, spending a bunch of time trying to think about or discover mistakes, things that are broken. Now, sometimes you need to, if you've just lost a client and they said, I'm leaving you because of these reasons. Taking that seriously is important. Now, maybe it's true and maybe it's not. Maybe there are other things going on and those are the things that got said, and you have to discern that. So I'm not saying those kinds of post-mortems aren't worthwhile or important. But what I know, and in myself, when I work with others, is there's an inordinate amount of time spent in that negative realm. What's wrong? What's busted? What's broken? Instead of, what can I do? What can I do? Where can I go? What can I say today, now, to create progress? And learning to do that, learning to set aside the negative, even when it seems urgent, even when it's like blowing up in your face, is a key piece. And some people say, well, you're ignoring what's in front of you. No, I'm ignoring the things I can't fix today. If there's nothing I can actually do about it right now, fretting and stewing doesn't change the game, right? Getting upset and blaming, getting angry, You know, depending on what your inclinations are, you know, taking the day off, getting wasted, or whatever it is, that doesn't help. In respect to depression or other kinds of mental holdbacks, you know, staying sad, and I'm not suggesting you push a button and become happy, but even when I am overcome with depression, depressive thoughts, especially in the time before I was diagnosed and I didn't even know what was going on, I had way more power when I simply said, okay, fine, it sucks, it's all bad, it's whatever. What can I do? What one small thing can I do right now? So what I urge you to think about today is, what are your opportunities? What are your opportunities instead of the barriers? You know, it's easy to focus on the barriers. What's in the way? What's blocking? Whose fault is it? You know, what is the economy or the other guys or my friend or my spouse or my kid or my business partner or the stupid client or whatever it is? What have they done that's wrong? And to focus on that. It's easy to do because it's tangible, and guess what? It externalizes the blame. It's focusing out there, and so you have a place to put the emotion. When I was struggling with mentally, you know, depression, it was all the things I didn't feel like doing. Oh, I don't want to get up. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, it'll never work. And 1,000 other things. Instead, the question becomes, okay, what can I do? Can I smile? Can I make a phone call? Can I write something down about my impressions, about what went right and what went wrong, if you're thinking about something that just happened? And so the fundamental shift that I'm talking about here is to focus on what you can do in the moment instead of what you can't do. It is so easy to blame and to think about what's not available, what's not working, instead of what you can do and what might make a difference. That is especially important when you're feeling anything but like doing that, because breaking down and having, you know, a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad whatever is always available to you. You can always do that. The key is to limit the amount of time you allow yourself to stay there by asking the simple question, what can I do? What is available to me right now? What opportunity can I take advantage of? Even a small one now that creates momentum, that creates a win, that creates a victory, that creates further opportunity. And you know what? Most of the time, you don't even know the answer to that question until you start. The attitude is what really matters. What is my opportunity? I don't know. There's nothing going right. Picking one small thing, guess what? It begats success. It creates more opportunity. And more importantly, it creates an attitude shift because you are focused on different things. You are focused on what you can instead of what you can't, what you have instead of what you don't have, what might happen instead of what might go wrong. There's your thought for the day. Focus on what you can. Let's look at opportunities. Thank you for watching the videos. Take this opportunity, leave a comment, subscribe most of all, and don't forget to spread the word about this channel.